our first check from North Lake Community Church to Good Samaritan Ministries, and this is a part of our commitment between now and the end of 2018 to help offset the funding gap that was created several months ago when the Brown County Commissioners made their decision to cut funding to this ministry here. So our church, in the process, we were involved in that and at all the meetings. And the next Wednesday night, I announced to our church family that we were going to pray about how we could help Good Samaritan Ministries offset that funding. After church, Gary Mercer came up to me and he said, I have an idea. And his idea was these crosses. And so in the crosses, all of the crosses have been and are continuing to be made by our church members for the purpose of a donation. And for a donation, a person can receive a cross. And again, we'll be doing this and other projects on behalf of our church between now and the end of 2018 to help them in this particular area of ministry of direct aid. Every dollar goes directly to this particular ministry. And so, Gary, thank you for your willingness to kind of step up and say, this is, I think, what we should do. And so we followed through, and our people, Leah Lemond, following up on that, she stepped up and said, I'll head this up. I'll head up the project. So she's carrying the mantle of leadership between now and the end of next year. And how many crosses would you project that we've already made?
Like 12
or 1300.
12 or 1,300 crosses.
By our people. And so our first opportunity to do this was at Walmart. And in that, Gary Mercer has a check from that ministry on the part of our people that hot Saturday.
That's really nice, They'll get out there, a couple $100, like a bake sale. This is over $700.
Oh, wow.
For 4 hours.
For 4 hours.
Gary, give the exact amount.
$703.60.
I need you guys to know that I appreciated what you were doing, but I didn't think much of it. But, it reminds me that little is much when God is in it. And so.
You could break out in that song right now. One of our signature songs at North Lake Community Church.
We look forward to
151.
this. We look forward to this partnership, but mainly because we just believe that God is going to do something amazing beyond what we can imagine. And so thank you so much.
So we're marching forward, and our hope as a church is to raise $5,000 over these next 13 months. And that when we're here in December of 2018, we'll be able to say, little is much when God is in it, and here's the money. So along the way, we'll be bringing checks because you need this in helping. So explain again what this money goes toward, Leesa.
Yes. Thanks, Steve and I had a long conversation about this, but the direct aid budget is the one that we use to help people with rent assistance, utility assistance, limited prescription drug assistance, and things like birth certificates. So we have seen a real increase in the need of birth certificates. That's probably been one this year. And so this is the money that goes directly to clients. There's not a dime of this money that will be used for operations. None of this will be used to pay utility bills. These funds go directly to pay client utility bills or
That's wonderful.
or to pay client prescriptions. So we're just the flow through. We're the conduit to get these resources into the hands of the people that need them.
That's just so outstanding.
December 1st through December 22nd, we'll be passing out Christmas boxes. Every client that qualifies for regular food will, in addition, receive a Christmas box that has the items for a traditional Christmas dinner, including a baking hen, a dozen eggs. We just need to be sure that clients understand we have to have a valid proof of Brown County address. So we're ready.
Another thing we do from our church for Good Samaritan Ministries is we're involved in the north part of the county, the mobile food pantry, and we did that just yesterday.
Yes.
And that goes so smoothly, so beautifully, of helping people out in our area who it's a challenge to get into town for various reasons, and so we're now even delivering
Yes.
that food out there to them, to their homes.
That's our newest food program that we started in January, and they were the first church. We now have 4 churches
That's so
partnering.
wonderful.
We have 4 churches
That's so
partnering with us. Crossroads Baptist, North Lake Community was the first, then Crossroads. Then the Methodist Church at May and the Baptist Church at May have kind of pooled their resources to reach out. So 4 churches serving the north, really the whole North Lake.
That's so,
Russell and I cut the crosses out and the ribbon for almost every single cross. So we did all the cutting and we handed them out to the other members and they, I guess, laced them, laced them together. So we have had our hands on just about every single cross. And as I was saying, it's a reminder of my mother. My mother taught me how to do these, and she's now gone. So every cross I've been cutting out and making brings back memories of my mother. So that is a blessing, not just for me, but then to know that people here are going to be blessed by what we're doing.
and I would just like to say that every cross, you know, one of the things that I said when people were making them, as we made those crosses, for people to pray over those crosses, that whoever received them would be touched and blessed, because that's an important thing too. That just like when we put this food in people's cars when they come to get it, every time we do that, it's just to know that people are being blessed by this ministry, you know, and that's such a powerful thing. And I'm so glad we have it.
You set up the tables and y'all did all of that, and
Just to be able to help out, you know, it's so easy to sit back and do nothing, but to know that Good Samaritan, I had my own kind of ministry like this when I was in Ohio for 10 years, so I know about what goes on behind the scenes. So it's just be able to reach out and do something is just a blessing in itself, knowing that, you know, we can have an organization that helps others. But like I said, it's so easy just to do nothing, but it takes more of an effort to reach out and do something and see the smile on somebody's face when they see a cross that, oh, they were so blessed. And you know, we were so blessed to see people dropping in $20 bills, $10 bills, and not take the cross just because they love Good Samaritan. So it was a blessing.
Well, I'm just glad that we were able to do this. It was something that, when we heard how much money they were going to cut, we thought there was got to be a way for us, not just the church, but for people around here to help
Amen.
do the work for you, to help you out. And this was something that, I don't know why, it just popped into my mind when the pastor asked about it. That was the first thing that came to me, was a way to show love to the people out there and have them help us in the same way to help you. Because it's everybody helping each other, and that's what we're trying to do. Everybody's trying to help each other here.
Amen.
It's the C word, God, commitment.
Commitment
Yeah.
and
It's
Christ.
it's a commitment and recognizing that I'm speaking for this church.
Go ahead, you're doing
They
well.
let me come out there and hang out with them a little bit. I think it's just recognizing that everything we have, especially our time, is a gift from God. And you're going to use your time doing something every day. And so what these folks do is they don't waste a lot of time with things that aren't important. It's like they really know what's important. They have a love for each other. They have a love for their area, the area that they minister to. And you know, we here at Good Samaritan, it's real easy for us to say, because it's part of our mission statement, that we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus, and we want to give people the opportunity to do that. Well, they do it. They do it. I mean, they are the hands and feet of God in their.
I think it's just the heart of the church. For me, it's very personal because I have a son that's homeless and he has mental illness. And places like the Good Samaritan are a big part of his life. So I don't mind helping because I know that they are helping people like my son.
Amen.
And that means a lot to me.
And he lives in another community. But I know, as you know, Steve, last week we had a good group working at the Thanksgiving luncheon at Howard Payne. And we shared about that Sunday night at church. And Leah responded to those who had served last Thursday the way she is right now. She said, my son had Thanksgiving lunch where he lives because of people like you.